If you're thinking of using Showit as a platform for building your photography portfolio, consider this as a vote against it. And here's why. This is an example of a photography website that's using Showit. And it's a pretty nice template. I've also worked a bit on this website to polish a few things recently. But what I wanted to show you is if we open developer tools in Chrome and now simulate various screen sizes, you can see it looks good on desktop. It looks good on mobile, right? Everything reflows, so you have elements on the page stacked one below the other, but everything in between is a mess, right? So if we go back to desktop sizes and then resize the browser slightly, you can see that the content doesn't really reflow. Everything just scales down until the text becomes very tiny, harder to read, until you reach the mobile breakpoint that Showit defines, at which point everything becomes large again. So at these tablet sizes, the experience is really not that good, right? If we simulate what it looks like on an iPad, obviously this text is way too small to be readable. So it's a poor user experience. And that's just basically an inherent flaw of the Showit platform. They only provide two breakpoints for you to design, desktop and mobile. And I can show you that inside the Showit account. For this particular website, you have the desktop preview on the right and the mobile preview on the left. There's no tablet preview or any way to design it for intermediary devices. And sure, desktops and mobile devices are the two main categories of devices that people use, but tablets are so popular these days, not to mention, foldable phones like the Samsung Galaxy Fold, which is basically a tablet-sized screen on a phone. And Showit just ignores all those devices. That's why I don't like it. There's an article on my website where I talked about the different levels of mobile friendliness. And okay, Showit is not a number one. It's somewhere around level 2 because it uses specific breakpoints, but it's definitely not better than that. It's not fluid like you can see in these animations on the screen. The template doesn't really reflow correctly with deciding how each element should fit. Just because their templates are so complex, they cannot do that easily as WordPress templates can do or something like that. So that's why I don't recommend using Showit, even if you're maybe impressed by their templates out of the box. It doesn't add up to a good user experience on the website. So what other platform should you use? My first choice is WordPress, always. It's really grown a lot recently for photographers too. I have an article comparing WordPress to other photography-specific platforms. You can check it out at my website. And also, I just wanted to point out in my recent statistics report that WordPress was the king. It was number one in terms of usage for the top photographers in the world. But Squarespace had an impressive second position with 18% of those photographers. So you could check out Squarespace as well. I'm still biased for WordPress. I think it's much more powerful and flexible. But if you're looking for a simpler portfolio-based website, Squarespace templates are better. They don't have the same problem as the Showit templates do. Okay, hope this helps. Email me if you have any other questions. Bye.